Good afternoon. My name is Bakare Blessing, and this is Clarion Vision program under the authority of Legal Clarion. Okay, we're here to talk about a topic that's very, very interesting, and I have special people here with me today. I have intellect, Airat, and Tomiwa. So, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, I am Shitta Airat, but people do call me Iraqi because they quite find it hard pronouncing Ira. But initially, the Arabic name should be Kaira, but Arabic and English Yoruba are having kind of clashes in the pronunciation of the K, so they use Ira. So fine, people call it Ira, but still, some people still find calling Ira as a name. Even Ayomide, the so-called coordinator of this program, very, very bad pronouncing my name. I recall Aria, Aria, Ara. You read different kind of pronunciation, but just call me Iraqi, I'm fine, or AI.
That is serious. Honorary name.
Well, my name is Airat Tomiwa, underlevel law student, faculty of law, prestigious faculty of law. So let's the program begin.
Professor Tomiwa, that's what I mean,
Aha.
Okay, we are going to be talking about a very interesting topic, like I said earlier, and the title is Campus Life Away from Home, Cooking and Cultists. Okay, my first question. So he's going to be my first speaker. Let's say Tomiwa.
Ladies first. Ladies first. Let's go with the lady.
It's not much to appreciate and honor a guy. I'm honoring you first. Let's go for the first question.
Let's go for Tomiwa. Okay, the first question is, in school, students have the opportunity to begin their life alone. So how has this been for you?
Well, looking at that word alone, I don't think it's alone because me leaving my parents' home, Abby, if I'm getting your question right, leaving my parents' home to live independently from my parents, like it's been okay, it has been good. Because I even wanted it. I wanted to leave the abode, like just like dictate for myself, like decision for myself and see the possible outcome. And then at least I think it has been awesome. It has been good. So
How about that? Oh my goodness. Being at school, my own hostel, to the fact that I want this independency. I didn't, I paid for the hostel, but fine. I said no. Because people else, friends will just intrude your privacy and the likes. I said, fine, I still want my own private house, as in housing out of this campus. So it's kind of hard. Sometimes, fine, I have my time myself. I control my time. I am the queen of my time. Nobody tell me, do this, do that, do this. I read by the time I want. I cook by the time I want. Even sometimes I'm hungry, can you just call a friend? Can you come and cook for me, please? When she also knows she's going to have some food from it, she'll come. But at home, you always be the one to be called. I don't know. Is it because they pay that much of 140,000 naira for school? They don't want to use all the home money. As in, they want to use every 30 seconds you're at home. They only want to utilize the fact that they are paying your school fees, their house rent, accommodation, pocket money, transport. Just too much. It's so tiring at home. I prefer being in school. In fact, I've been in school since January, and I don't think going back home. Just 3 days, I'll come back. I don't want to stay at home. Quite hard on me. I don't want to stay at home. Everybody's fat at home. When I get back to school, I was not fat. 1 year was not even showing on me. That's mad. So that's just it. Thanks about the question. I think I've answered the question, but probably fine.
Wow, that's a lot to take in. Okay, she mentioned something about feeding. That's a very interesting topic. At home, your mom gets to decide what you are going to eat, what you are going to cook. So how has it been making those decisions yourself? Somebody said that the greatest challenge a student have is deciding what he or she is going to eat. How have you been handling that?
Feeding. Sometimes, when you just get back from school, you're just back in school. You are full with everything. You have everything. But when it comes to be like a week, 1 month, 2 weeks, it's then saying, no more 001, 000, I'm water. Okay, 101. So sometimes it might be starving yourself for a long period of time. And probably you're just making a good dish that day. This your friend just bumps in, boom. You be like, not one, not two, not three. Oh no, or what? Or like, okay.
You can't put it under the bed.
Exactly. Or like, okay. I've been thinking for me to cook this food. I know the time it took me. You know, maybe it's mom, you know, mom's dishes like, mom, I can't do it. You'll be like, no, I can't do it. You know, you spoil somehow. You know, that kind of enjoyment. But you know that they are enjoying it. But the fact that you're just, you won't know. But the fact that you're already in school, damn. And you having brothers again. Not like you're the only one again now. You're cooking for yourself and your brothers. So interesting.
Mommy.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I do? I'll never stress myself. If you guys, I'll just like, maybe I'm not ready to cook. I'll say, what do you want to eat? I'm pushing it on them. Maybe it's already like 11, so they'll not shout. They'll like, no. You just say what you're going to eat. No, you say, I'm going to pay the money. You go cook it and everything. Like sometimes I'll be like, I'm not cooking. I don't want to eat my food. I want a meal food, please. I'm not cooking. So cooking is very, very tough. I won't lie. Very, very tough and stressful. That's just it. Too tough.
Okay,
I don't know for Tomiwa as a guy. Maybe I have some girls that cook for him.
They usually enjoy that.
Cooking is a big problem for me. I even cultivated the habit of fasting. It wasn't planned. Like I just have to fast because I can't just cook. I was staying with some set of guys that they don't really like cooking also in my room because I just had to just leave the room to go to another room, staying with some people that they cook. So there we do contribute money for cooking, foodstuffs, we provide it. So if you see food to eat, you shop it. If you did not see, you did not what's got. You're not eating. So it's just been stressful. Like it's not part of it. Like, food feeding for me. I don't eat. That's why I just consider the habit of not. Habit of fasting.
I'm not fasting 3 days and night. I've been on water.
I don't have choice. Eating water, eating junks. Even though I had the direction that I should not eat junks, that is not really good, but I don't have choice. That's just my
choice. All right, no question.
Tomiwa said cooking is very hard. That's very strong. The emphasis is really strong there. Still on cooking though. Tomiwa mentioned junks. Okay, students do not usually have time to cook. Maybe when after they are through from receiving lectures, when they get home they are usually tired, don't have the strength to cook. Does that justify the fact that we should take junks? Does that?
Well, honestly, it doesn't justify us to take junks. Like I said, as I said earlier, I said that because I don't know how to cook, so I had no choice than taking the. But on a more serious note, on a more realistic note, it's not good at all to take junks. Like it's just like you're not eating anything per se. I'm not that OD or maybe like all these health practitioners, like, you know, they'll tell you that this is what you take, this is what you put in. But I know when you don't eat it, but when you yourself, if you're taking some food, you know that this thing, you don't reach anywhere. You just be like, I just have to because I just have to get my stomach something. Yeah, something.
Gala and drink.
Gala and
It's not a new food.
It's very complicated. You don't have choice and take it. So.
Someone said Gary and Milo. I was like, seriously?
Very interesting.
Gary and Milo.
Sweet oh.
Seriously?
Have you tasted it?
It's Gary. You don't know it. Tea Gary.
As a student, you
And she said tea Gary.
Tea Gary.
Oh,
You add milk to
No,
it.
as a student, you
Anything that
mix
you make,
everything.
that shall make it to eat it. So the fact that sometimes, let me go about that Gary. I'm the sort of person, I don't take Gary. You know, we don't take Gary at home. Even my dad don't like it. So next thing that when you take Gary, my dad will be annoyed. No. Why doesn't you take Gary? You don't have food. I'm like, okay, no problem. You don't, my younger brother loves Gary. That's his nature. Any other food, they must take Gary, just normal. But I don't take Gary. But when I get to school, to make the Gary myself, just go to the kitchen, pour the Gary and put water. It's a problem. I'm still serious about it. But whenever I see somebody taking Gary, I will go and take my own spoon. Please, let me take. And I'm hungry. You know I'm hungry. I'm really, really hungry. I have to take this thing. I don't even want to care if the person is putting granite, sugar, milk. No, I just want to take it because I'm. But the habit of taking that Gary is zero. I will be like, but let me know that for sis. When this hunger hits me, oh my goodness. To this extent, I already have this habit. Whenever I buy bread, I used to buy like bread of 350, and I cannot finish at once. To the exam, I just cut a bit, eating, reading. Take water, I'm okay. Maybe it's Gary, you just can't take it. I don't even know where I'm taking it.
Especially during the exam period, you always get drained.
My house is very, very neat whenever Oh no, lectures time, very, very. If I even get out of the house, I'll make sure I eat something. Something, even before I go second class then. I used to eat. When I'm coming, I'll be rushing like, what? Calm down now. Have you not eaten this? I've eaten. When they've not eaten, I've cooked, I've eaten something nice before coming to class. Even when I'm going to say that, who is the cake? You're suffering, I've not eaten. I'm like, I'll say dim down. In fact, I've eaten, I even took turkey, Baba. I've eaten. So that's just it. But let me just lie to you, the doctor of everything, just like, you know that you're not taking too much. During that period of time, you are going to take that thing. Please take something. Outside is real. Take something.
And that doesn't justify the fact you should just remain on job.
Exactly. And again, the fact of fruits. I go where you will wreck your money.
I go
where you will wreck your money. It's when you get to garage, like, I don't want to, I was in that habit when I first resumed then. I'm like, they're cutting this watermelon. I'm not so sure the knife and everything is nice. Is that hygienic? I'm like, I want a full of it. I said, how much? 800. The first time, I was like 800 naira. I priced 500. Let me buy it for the first time. I bought some other things. How much they give you? Weekly, and monthly, Alawi. My son was still having some money. He was like, you have money. So at that time, they were calling me Sizu. I don't understand that Sizu and the thing. Or cash money. I was like, what's it? You know, when we all stay with, I tell him that, like, will you eat? They'll hit though. But when I was now broke, not telling them I'm broke, they were like, Sizu, if you broke, Sizu. I'm like, are you guys serious?
You have to
You guys okay? Psychologically, I was mad at them. Because when I buy this, we eat it together. No, I'm telling you I'm broke. You're not telling me Sizu. What is Sizu?
On your own now.
Oh, are you? So that's just it. Let's just take dunks when you really are hungry, but not too much. Just, let us have to balance it together. That's just it. Just like eating rice every day. You have kwachoko, my sister. That's just it. Thanks for the question.
Wow. That's a lot. So please, regardless of how tired you are, of how stressful it is, eat food. Eat good food. Eat good food once in a while. It's actually necessary. Yeah, I'm going to a very, very interesting question here. So how should students, you know that we all have this mentality of, okay, when we are in our parents' house, they tell us what to do, how to do it, and when we get to school, we kind of have this freedom mentality. I'm free to do whatever I feel like I should do, and it's actually end up that some people eventually make wrong decisions due to influence and all. So how do you suggest students should handle bad influence? Like, in order to remember, our parents always tell us, remember the son of who you are. So how do we keep that that exactly?
Going to that question about who you want to be when you're on campus, being yourself and the likes. It's just who you want to be. It's just who you think you can portray yourself to be. In fact, even if your friends are having that influence for you, it depends. You also already have that influence, but you haven't developed it. They're helping you to develop it. That is just it. It's there. It's just ending there because you are on. Your parents are just having this authority over you. You just have to drop your wings for them. But when you are free, you think, yes, this is my wings. I can do whatever I want. I'm on campus. I have my life. I can fly. This is a very big word for me. That is just it. Let me just say, it's just have it. Nobody does not have this bad influence in it. Just like it's more than each other. The more you are godly to God, reading the Quran and Bible reminds you of who you are at home. Even when the word, sometimes even you are doing something bad, you are still remembering what your mother is telling you, but still you are still doing it. So what does that justify? There are a lot of branches of class fund, lamlas. Join and pass. Don't just be members by mouth. Do something. Be there. Be committed. Just like you are committed to your GP. Like I want a good GP. Exactly. Exactly. Some people are not even committed to their GP. Like GP, I just come and go. I'm only on white and black. Let me tell you, this is about your own certificate. It's not your parents. They just want you to be a good person. You've been a good person, just like the father of. But you yourself, you be like I am, and your children be like my daddy is. Just know how this honor is going to be. Not for you alone, but people around you. So you being a bad person is not their own fault. They don't know they've trained you, but you not train yourself. It's left to who you want to be. So just train yourself. Know your principle. This is what I want to do. A friend is not following my principle. Get out. You're not the friend I want in my cycle. Get out of my cycle. It's your choice. You're not here for friend. You getting admission. Okay, your secondary school friends. Are you with them now? That's a big question. Your jump friends in lesson. I there with you now. We are getting together. We are still going to live ourselves again. In fact, this law student, we law student ourselves. We're gonna be competitors later on. So what are we stressing and striving to disturb ourselves for? Just be who you are. Be yourself. Even though you know you are a good person and people are painting you back because you are this and that. If you see that this is just too much, try to draw yourself back and just try to evaluate yourself. Do weekly evaluation about yourself, monthly evaluation, semester evaluation, yearly evaluation, and try to see if you won't be better than your friends in the class. That is something that we don't know. So friends, please, I'll beg you, this money is not easy getting it. It's just too much. I can't just experience the time I was in 100 level in political science, then because of my choice that I want to be in law. And when I calculated all the whole money within like a week I spent in law, admission and everything, it's roughly 200 something. So you guys, it's not easy getting money, not even in this economy that's very bad. And still, your parents are still giving you what they know that you need to be okay in school. They might not be okay at home, but you should be okay because they're not seeing you. Just make sure that you're good so that they can also say that, it's not my fault. I gave you everything. And some people that their parents are still striving and not giving everything, just know that one day it's going to be better. Yeah. You might change the story. So why? Exactly. You can change the story of that family, of your family. You might be that child that, wow. Later on, they'll be like, people looking like, that's there in his school. You don't need to talk, you don't need to do this, so it's just himself, she's just herself, that's just. And if people think you are proud, please be proud of who you are. Yes. If they say that you are just be proud of that thing. You're like, you're just a saucy. If you know that your sauciness is giving you good thing, you're happy within. Why will you're happy within? Then be happy. Not that you'll be happy because of them and you're sad inside. I'm not a sadist, please. I'm very, very. No. Not even my friends. You're not my friend. Please go. I have a lot of friends. I'm Airat. I have a lot of friends. If you say Zainab and like I mean, you're also my friend. But may I see me with this person today? Next week you see me. That is who I am. I don't have a static person. I'm everybody's person. Please, let's just be ourselves. Thank you.
I think I should turn a new leaf now. I think I should just turn a new leaf with what she said because she said it all. She said it all. Like she said it all. So I really was like, it's like what?
I'm even teaching you now.
She's teaching me. Yes, she should be the one like be moderating me on how to live, how to decide because I just love how she.
And moreover, look for a mentor.
But you can't be one.
I can't be one. Look for a mentor. Lecturer can be a mentor. Can go to
but you can also be one, right? Can you also be one or not?
What I'm doing, that's all.
I'm not the,
myself and
just look at you just taking you as a role model, right? Role model. Oh, yeah, you're my role model.
But when you see that you cannot push it on yourself again, and this friend's influence is too much in the hostel, that's why I did not go to hostel again because I know who I am.
Well, it just boils down to
just go back to GC, go there and just see them. If someone talks to elderly person talk to you, you're okay. I'm trying to look for friends that are more than your age, not always in your age. Not only your peer groups. Someone that is older than you give you a good influence too. That's just it.
But not all. Because even foolish people still grow. Just take that into consideration.
You look for a person that you think is going with your aim. Your mentor should have your goal aim together. You cannot say, okay, your mentor like you want to be now. I want to be a Attorney General later on in Nigeria, and having a mentor that say like, no. Be a lecturer in the university will be okay.
Okay, your dream.
Yeah, exactly. Look for a mentor that suits what you want to go for. I'm okay with the question.
Wow.
A lot. She said she covered everything, honestly. Wow. Like, I'm just to add some things to it. Like, just self-worth and them. Try and learn because you came in. She said that you came here for a particular purpose. Then you should focus on that purpose. Just for, but I'm not saying many was called like some interactive. What will I put now? Some interactive stuff comes up. You should go for it. But me personally, I don't go for things like that. But it's good, honestly. It's very, very good because exposure. Wow, I'll try with time. I'll try as time goes on. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a lot to take in. Airat said, know who you are. Know what you are here for. She said something actually that's really, really necessary. We take into consideration. Evaluate yourself. consistently evaluate yourself. And Tomiwa said, self-worth. Once you know yourself, nobody can actually influence you once you really know yourself. The thing is that you actually be able to learn, you actually be able to grow, to expand, but to influence you to do something bad, it won't be because you know what you are, you know what you are here for, you know yourself.
And you're seeing friends with that same confidence.
Self-worth.
You work together because you'll be having the same issue together. Exactly. We clock together since we are same friends, same feathers. That's just it.
Still talking about this issue about friends and all. In a situation whereby somebody knows him or herself so well, and she knows what she's here for, he knows what he's here for, and courtesies now have eyes on you. And they are seriously pestering you, disturbing you, and you don't know how to handle it. What do you suggest such students should do?
Honestly, for me, I'll tell the student first of all run away for his life, because just run away from the vicinity of the school.
Okay.
If the person lives within the school or stays in hostel, like you just leave the vicinity, the ambient of the school first of all, and you can later maybe come back after you might have seen maybe there's no more pressure from any group or someone else. But I think even on orientation day, we are giving number of what's called CSO.
Yeah.
Do you still have yours? I don't think you have yours. Do you? Even myself, I don't because I already misplaced my
Sorry,
phone.
what's CSO, sir?
As Chief Security Officer, I think yes, the CSO, yes. I think he's the one in charge of security that has to deal with the school. So he says if you experience anything of such, that you can put a call through him and he will come up or maybe send some of his guys. So I think first for me, you have to run away first. First of all, run away from the vicinity and be always careful, always careful in doing things and them. So I think that's okay for me.
Okay, concerning question is a tough one. Putting myself in the shoe. I'm not putting myself in the shoe. First, yes, because number one, you're dressing talks a lot about who will come and meet you. The way you just walk up and the way you do your gowns and everything, what you put on your body and the likes, the way you want, okay, this is what is going on, this is the vibes going on, you to put it on. And like, there are something like that they wash. Okay, you're oti, you arrive, you're doing oti, they're already looking at you, they're spotting on you, okay? Is here, is that? That's one thing. If you don't want that to happen, you should just calm down. You're in school, just come, drop down wings. You know you have money, just drop down wings. Some people that have more than you are not even showing off to that. They're using it to help some students who are not yet to pay their school fees. So why are you not using that one to brag around? They'll come for you that, okay, is that money you want? We want you to come and spend it for us. Then you have the money, you now be the servant of that money for them. So what are we not saying? So just calm down, drop the wing. And if that is not your case, maybe that's not your case, not dressing and the likes, not the friends you meet, because your friends number one again, because you're having like 4 friends and you know all of them are like that, and you two are still keeping their accomplice. If sorry for the background. If the police are there to catch them for something, they're also taking you. That's one thing.
No, you tell me I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
We need it. You need it in the station for some moment.
You're heading the station.
Before you know it, you constantly for 1 week or some days.
It's better you are silent.
You know, when you get
anything you say will be used against you.
you know, not even this. I'll go away. This is a friend of mine of recent. I think they had an issue of phone and like they even violated their human rights. Just on phone, why will you handcuff somebody? So just please, let us just go with this lawless country first. Please let us just solve the issue of the one at hand. First, I will say again, I said all it all, the CSO, just get the number first. Being a member of a religious society also helps. Please, immediately turn up to your, whoever is your president or anything that's heading your organization. Talk to them. And Lamlas and other Islamic stuff, NOSFAT, and like, aside from Lamlas, I'm talking for the Muslim right now. Go for all those religions, congregation, go for it. If you are a Redeemers, go there. If you are Foursquare, go. Just go there because those communities, they also have numbers for off campus. You know, off campuses, you know, you have houses on areas. They have numbers of security that they can give you. Except from is it that the security necessary and they know your house? Is it that they're going to run for you? Please just keep on going to this place because you don't know when one will be up for you. That's just it. I think I've answered the question to my best knowledge.
In fact, let me say something small. If you go to church and they see that you go to church or you go to mosque and you are very, very committed, they won't come near you. But when you are the kind that, yes, if you actually you dress, you are people address you as pastor.
Someone has a different opinion. Let's
Okay, now, you're saying, Brother James, good morning. Brother James, good morning. If you don't come after you, Brother James is dressing big and like, Brother James, you're like, good idea, lower. Sorry for the back anyways. Okay.
Anyway, since Tomiwa wants to say something.
I'm not having a contrary opinion to it, but it doesn't mean no. It doesn't mean at all. If you're,
But at least
you are
you draw them
putting,
back a
it
bit.
doesn't.
But you draw them back to a
Yeah,
extent.
Tomiwa said jackpot. First thing you should do is run away before thinking of calling anybody. Run away, okay? Airat said that one thing she said was that it's really, really necessary. Belong to a society, belong to an association. It kind of give you a backup and protection. Yeah, that's really very necessary. Although it feels as if we should not even come to an end to. We are learning so much, especially we're actually learning a lot. Okay, let me just say this will be kind of our last question. Still talking about cultism. How or what do you think should need to be done, like in order to curb the activity of cultism in school? It's just that in this our society it's not much, but in schools like Uniben it's really, really serious, and students losing their life, people dying unnecessarily because of cultism. What's your suggestion on how to curb cultism in the university?
Cultism in the country. Like the country itself, the country is a mess when it comes to terms of security. Like proffering a particular solution to this would just be like, okay, let's just say that. Let's just say something. Because most of the things we are saying, I don't think they have been considered done.
Exactly.
There have been a lot of suggestions concerning something, concerning the solution concerning a particular menace, but we just keep on like, it just be like we are still going through the same thing. Yes, that cycle. So probably solution to the school, I think it lies on the school, since they have, I think, the security, and they are working very well. I think that should be a little bit to curb it a bit, but to some extent, to an extent. So if there's security and provisions of arms and ammunition to protect the what's called the victim of such abuse, so definitely it's good. I think that should be solution.
What's your solution?
Our solution. They will not even start from the school itself. I will start from the government.
And the government, Nigeria,
Please, because we have no choice. That's where we have to start from. Because once we really cut it off,
Nigeria.
then it's from them. Because the school itself cannot stop it. They can't even stop it. Even eradicating is a lie, Baba. It's a big lie. The thing is that, number one, this school we are saying, this institution, it's just a branch in the executive part of HAM. Sure. So fine. If the executive itself is not making an amendment on that, how would the school they are given the power to do something for them, how would they be able to do? It's impossible now. They just be trying their best. Keep on trying their best. And parents should just try to teach their children well. So, to my own opinion, I don't really know how this can be eradicated in Nigeria as a whole, but still, we need our own government to just try to do something necessarily. Because if they're doing something necessary for us, even the policemen itself, they are not even a friend to us. So what I'm not saying. Everybody wants to have their own security.
He's scam.
They want to have their own security. I told you recently, a friend of mine, just a phone, iPhone 11 got missing. And they came to come and handcuff him, a suspect. You don't even know, you're not sure if he's the one that took it. He's handcuffed him for what reason? I think you are his friend, you are our friend. Even as much you're like, on top phone, what did he do? He did nothing wrong. He's not sure. You're not sure of it.
How do you know they have paid his salary? They haven't paid his salary, so he has to like
And that's what I'm
circumvent.
saying. How
do you know?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The government are the one to eradicate this, not even the institution. They're just trying their best. I will not lie. Thank you for the question.
What do you guys say about self-security? Because I think that's the only thing that's working now.
Self-security is important.
Something is important now.
Self-help.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's just it.
It's important. Self-security.
One Bonu governor also. Knife.
No. Self-security, no. Like, just, I think, to me, what I consider self-security, when you know your next neighbor. Like if you know people that are around you, like
When you leave house, in
no,
Daddy, don't stay in a place where
those is dangerous. You can't be going alone. Are you? You are, even though you're born alone, but you're not meant to live alone. You have some people who brought you to it, so definitely you have to mix with people. So if you know your next neighbor, if you know that okay, this person, this is what he does, this is how he does, this is what you relate with him, even though if it's bad. Don't go and meet him and join him and continue doing bad thing. But at least just know what he does and you relate with them. Then if something
people help
comes
you
up,
one time that you don't know.
Yeah, now.
So don't be too harsh on them. Kind of smile. If they need something, give them. Don't say anything. Just adjust it. Because sometimes they can be overfull. That's just the question. And let's be okay.
Okay, wow. That's a lot. Now the responsibility is kind of being shifted to the government. Do we really have governments? Governments in Nigeria. But the thing is that our governments really need to brace up and take a lot of responsibility that are really lacking behind. Wow. So Tomiwa, wow, it's nice having you. Wow, we learned a lot. Airat, wow, I hope I pronounced your name well.
It was very formal like this.
Wow, it was so nice to have you guys. We learned a lot, and I believe as we listen to this, we kind of get one or two things, and God will help us. As students, we will scale through. We'll scale through, and we'll get our desired goals and we'll get our desired goals and dreams fulfilled. God help us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
thanks.
I can't.